roll please.
Mrs. Robinson?
Here.
Mr. Gessner?
Here.
Mr. Mono?
Here.
Mr. Regas is absent. Mrs. Colbert?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. We have been asked to move public comment up, and we're going to allow that. So this will be the time for public comment. If anyone has anything they would like to address.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Kurt Allen. I wanted to address a couple different issues. I know that previously the board had approved some legal bills on behalf of the Highway Commissioner. Those legal bills were part of his consulting with a private attorney regarding a potentially criminal matter. And I would urge that you folks get a written legal opinion and discuss this matter with the state's attorney's office. Under the criminal code, there's a title called misapplication of funds. And the taxpayers in no way, shape, or form should be paying for private legal input and protection of a public official who is potentially facing a criminal charge. And we believe that is a clear misapplication of funds. So I would ask that you look into that. If your attorney's not willing to put it in writing that it was perfectly legal, then that might be an indicator.
We already do have that in writing, but thank you.
That it's perfectly legal to
Correct.
spend that on private. Was it put in that fashion that it was for private legal counsel?
I do not remember what it is, but go ahead.
Conflict. There's a conflict.
Yeah. It's all right.
Not with a road issue. No. It was a conflict because of his personal actions. But we'll deal with the state's attorney on that because we've already discussed that with him. Limestone Township truck specifications. When you read this, there's at least a dozen items that specifically limit the purchase to one manufacturer. One specifically, 5.3 Ecotech V8 engine. Another one, audio system, MyLink radio. Only one manufacturer provides those. This type of a specification constitutes a rigged bid, one that other vendors there's no way they can even remotely possibly meet it. And I would ask that this be tabled and appropriate specifications drawn up so that any manufacturer can bid on it. But the way it's written, it's specific to a GM product. You can go and build this product right off of this spec sheet. You'll never find a Ford or a Dodge or any other brand that you're going to get with this specification. It's physically impossible. The Ecotech, that's a V8 GM motor. The chrome rear bumper with corner steps, it's verbatim right off of the GM website. I built this truck online, just so you know. Cab length, 6-inch chrome rectangular assisted steps. I suspect the truck that he pulled up in tonight is the same exact truck minus the color. But I would hope that you folks table this because it appears by all indications and several lawyers that we have talked to, this is a rigged specification. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
John Kraft, would you be willing to provide a copy of that opinion on the legal fees? I would appreciate that if you would.
And you are with Edgar County?
Yes.
Also?
Thanks.
I will need your information.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's going to drive me crazy. I'm wiggling and I'm causing something. Any other public comment? Yes, sir. Please state your name.
James L. Randy.
Thank you.
I live on Road 3000. I realize the school buses can't pick up our children because of weight limits, but yet it's fine for the gas tankers who weigh more than the school bus to go up and down there every day, and with no enforcement. Also, I've requested speed enforcement on that road many times. We don't get it. What is it going to take? There are going to be children playing out there as the weather warms up. Is it going to take one of our kids get killed before they're going to run some speed enforcement out there?
Which road are you on, sir? I'm sorry.
He's on 3,000.
3,000 north.
Half mile south, 17.
Half mile south.
I sit there and watch them trucks go by. I was a policeman for 30 years. I can pretty much tell what a car's doing by looking at it as it goes by. and they come by there way too fast. And it's wonder, you know, the weather's gonna warm up. Kids are gonna be out there, there's no sidewalks, there's ditches, they go up and down the roads. And it's not safe.
Have you called the county?
I have, many times. I've been promised speed enforcement, it falls on deaf ears. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Any other public comment?
I have one real quick note. I submitted something for the annual town hall agenda,
Yes,
and I haven't heard anything back on it yet.
it's on the agenda for this evening.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, hearing no others, we will move on with the agenda. Approval of the February 2018 meeting minutes. You have those in front of you. Does anyone have any corrections or revisions to those minutes? If not, a motion to approve, please.
I'll make a motion to approve.
And a second. Right. This is voice. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. We have the town fund bills. I believe everyone has seen those. Yeah, I don't have them in those gave all mine away. We have town fund bills in the amount of $3,195.24. We need a motion to approve those bills to be paid. Chan, a second.
I'll second.
Jackie. And roll call, Rich, please.
Mrs. Robinson,
Aye.
Mr. Gessner,
Aye.
Mr. Mono,
Aye.
Mrs. Colbert.
Aye. And then you have the road and bridge bills for review. Everybody's seen those. Okay. Excuse me. You do have a cemetery, we don't need to do anything with road and bridge, correct? Okay, the cemetery report is in front of you. There was no activity again this month, so that's all it states, no activity at either one of those. Old business, I don't believe we have any. New business. We have to set the agenda for the annual town meeting. Rich, do you want to
Yeah, I can.
explain that?
Okay, so we had one request for an item to be placed on the agenda. I've given you guys each a sample copy of an annual town meeting agenda. So this would, the request came from 15 or more electors. They were checked, they were all registered voters. And do you guys want me to read this request in the entirety? Okay.
Please.
Okay, so it says, we are the undersigned electors and legal voters of Limestone Township, Kankakee, Illinois, request that an action item be added to the Limestone Township Annual Town Hall agenda. The electors of Limestone Township are exercising our corporate powers to vote to give direction to the Limestone Township Board to submit a resolution to the electors at the next general election meeting to be held on November 6, 2018, to abolish the Limestone Township Road District in accordance with the general election law, and it cites Township Code 60 ILCS 1/Article 30. It goes on to state the referendum ballot shall be in substantially the following form: shall the road district of the Township of Limestone be abolished with all of the rights, powers, duties, assets, property, liabilities, obligations, and responsibilities being assumed by the Township of Limestone Board, yes or no? So if you look at the sample agenda under new business, it's going to be simply put on here to take all necessary measures and give directions for the exercise of their corporate powers, citing 60 ILCS 1/30-25, and then I have on here under new business to read the request by the electors in its entirety. So that way, because it's such a narrative that it wouldn't fit on there, so if you guys so approve this agenda, this would be up to you guys, but that's what we have. And we only have the one request. And it was done so also under the deadline which was done by, March 1st.
Okay. So we need to approve that agenda for the annual town meeting. Have a motion to do that. Chad?
I'll second.
Mike? And this is a voice.
We can do a roll call.
Okay, yeah, let's do a roll call on this, please.
Mrs. Robinson,
Aye.
Mr. Gessner,
Aye.
Mr. Mono,
Aye.
Mrs. Colbert.
Aye. Should be asking for discussion, but sorry.
I will note too that that was also given to legal and they approved
Placing that on.
that it was done correctly, yeah.
That's an advisory question.
Yes,
Just an advisory question.
it's an advisory to, yes,
Under
no,
one
put
dash
it on
30,
the,
it's an advisory referendum. That's what the electors can request at the town, at the annual town meeting.
and it would be a request to put on the ballot in November. Okay? Sorry, I should have asked for discussion. Next, we have the 2018-2019 meeting schedule. Rich has put that together for us. Second Mondays.
Do you want me to comment on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the last few years, what we've been doing, is the annual town meeting we've been having at 6 o'clock, at 6:01. And then we immediately, as soon as the conclusion, we have our regular April meeting. We've been doing that the last several years. That'd be the only thing, other than the November date, which is always subject to change, due to the state conference, TOI. So that'd be up to you guys if you'd rather change that or not at that time, once it gets to that point, so. Other than that, it's pretty much status quo as far as the second Monday of the month.
We need to vote to approve.
Yeah.
We need a motion to approve the meeting schedule for 2018-19.
Make that motion.
Thank you, Chad. A second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Any discussion on that? If not, voice vote please. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We had the painting and flooring. We actually approved the flooring quote last month for the new flooring. And we were going to get paint quotes. We only have the one.
Yeah, he's not gonna put it on there.
He's not going to put a bid on the painting, okay? So, and it wouldn't be a bid, it's actually a quote. So we have a revised quote, this one, thanks, Jackie, for painting all areas in the whole building. 2 coats, patching prep, the labor and materials is $4,775. So, if we want to move forward with that, we will need a motion, discuss. We've been talking about this for months.
Yeah, we should discuss this.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve.
And I'll second.
We have a motion and a second discussion. Chad, you wanted to discuss?
No, I just,
Oh, no,
no, I
okay,
was.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we finally got this. taken care of.
Yes, all right. I'm sorry, I thought you said you wanted to discuss, so, anyone else, discussion? Okay. If not, we will need a voice
Yes, roll call.
vote, a roll call, I'm sorry. a voice roll call.
Mrs. Robinson,
Aye.
Mr. Gessner,
Aye.
Mr. Mono,
Aye.
Mrs. Colbert.
Aye. And Jackie, can you get with him and figure out when you'll have the rental schedule and, you know, when?
He's gonna do it in April, he's gotta do it during weekdays.
Okay. Every weekend is full. And then we did the flooring after the paint is done, so we'll need to get with him and let him know. Excuse me. Okay. Next is the Highway Department truck bid opening. We do have a number of bids here. 9 of them, I believe.
You said 9?
Is that
We
counting?
have one state bid, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, 2 of them are a little confusing because they're both from Wilmington. Community GMC. So we will see. Chris, do you want to address anything before we open these?
No, I think we opened the bids, and my understanding is you intend to not make a final decision until you've had a chance to analyze those bids. So I think
So
as long as you
just
open
open
the
them
bids and the
now.
clerk can record what the bottom line is.
Okay.
So just, so you open, just tell me
It's
how
from,
much.
this one is from Community GMC in Wilmington. This, the net, do you want the net, the gross bid and then the trade-in and the net?
Sure.
Gross bid is $34,585.30. I'll hand these to you. The trade-in, $11,599 for a net bid of $22,986.30. And as Chris said, we are understanding that we will be reviewing these, so we're opening them tonight. So that, I'm just gonna put them back in here, Rich, if you
Okay.
need. This is a slow process, so I let Jeff put them back in. Okay. I was gonna say, I'd let you stick them back in, Jackie, for this. Yeah. Okay, this one was also from Community GMC in Wilmington. Two different bids, see attached specs. That's why we're obviously going to have to analyze these. They both say see attached specs. 31,083.80. So about 3,500 less. 11,599 and then 19,490, 484.80. You would think I could read numbers, but I can't. Being an accountant, I just do them on a calculator. And that's from the same dealer principal. So, Jackie, would you mind sticking those back in for us? Then we have Ray Marco, or Taylor.
Is it retailer?
Ray Marco at Taylor, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, that whole, $40,258.94. Trade-in of 11,500. So the net bid is $28,758.94. And that's for the Ford F-150. Good there. This is from Drowley and Watsika.
Is that Chevy or?
The other two, was that a GMC or Ford for first, or what was that?
GMC first.
Yeah, GMC. This one from Taylor's a
Ray
Ford,
Mark was a Ford.
Ford F-150.
Huh?
The Taylor Chrysler is a Ford F-150.
They don't,
They don't,
no, they don't sell Ford.
It's gotta be something.
This is a,
I'm
the
sorry.
trade-in is a Ford.
The trade-in is a Ford, I'm sorry. They are, state for trade-in, I'm sorry.
So this again, so they've all been GMCs. Am I correct?
Except for
Not
this
Taylor,
Dodge.
they're a Dodge dealer.
Yeah, this is a Dodge Ram van, I'm sorry. A Ram 1500 Bighorn quad cab. I'm sorry, I was that. All right, Drowley Watsika is a 2018 Chevy double cab 4x4 LT. 33,200. 14,000 on the trade-in. 19,200. Yeah, yeah, MSRP, and that's what I was. Okay. Hobie Buick GMC. A GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive double cab. $31,596.70. 12,000 on the trade-in. 19,596.70. Here, Court Street Ford. And this would be a F-150, 2018. 34,017, $1,000 on the trade-in, 10,000 on the trade, 24,017. Country Chevrolet. Chevy Silverado, 1,500. The gross is 44,245. A trade-in of 12,000. Other discounts of 11,186. Title and license of 104 for a net of 21,164. Chrysler, Pearl Chrysler Dodge Ram in Peatone. A Ram 1500 quad cab, $37,914. $3,000 or $7,000 trade-in, $30,914. Okay. And then we did receive one from Miles Chevy, see in Decatur? Decatur, yeah, state bid of $34,980, a $500 trade-in, $34,480. This one is just loose. Back here. Okay. And those open. I said we will be evaluating them.
Rich, can you tell me the Taylor numbers again?
Yeah, Taylor was gross 40,258.94. Trade-in 11,500, and the net 28,758.94.
All right, thanks. Is it up to that same truck it was? Is that obviously that, okay? All right?
Dodge Ram Crew Cab, I believe.
The two are one. That do the same. Okay. All right, so we've got that information, and we'll be evaluating that and determining from there, moving forward, so. All right, any other questions concerning that right now? If not, we've got some items for information. I did get from the county planning committee or department, there are some solar, what I would call farms, or some special use permits for solar farms. We've got a couple of parcels out this way that are in that, asking for those special permits. Actually, one of the meetings was tonight at 6, They have them, I think it's the next 2 Mondays, I believe, and then a few in April. If anyone wants to attend those, let me know. This is all the information they've sent, and then we did get from Cypress Creek that is in charge of the project, some information from them also. So let me know. Yes, and I can get this to you, Rich, but yes, Cypress Creek Renewables is involved. And then there's, the two pieces that are in our township are, the petitioners are Larry Quick, trustee, Marcia Quick is one parcel, and then, and then Lynn, Larry, Marcia. Yes, one family, 2 parcels are involved. And there's Illini Solar, that is, these people are the sole and managing member, and Mojo Solar are the 2 in Limestone. So you want information there. You should be getting your statement of economic interest letters. Those are due May 1st. County clerk's sending those out. I got 2 things of information on pipeline training coming up on March 22nd. For and excavator, both. One's doing one at 7:30 in the morning, one is at 11:30 in the morning. Breakfast or lunch, depending on which you want to do. It's a 30-minute meal, a 90-minute program. Trying to help pipeline operators and local government officials. What do we do if we have a pipeline emergency? Where is the leak or response? Whom do we notify? Is there an immediate threat? Should emergency responders shut down the pipeline? Do we need to start evacuation? And other resources. So if anyone is interested in either one of those, there's a web code and you can sign up. Julie is part of this. So they said if anyone is interested. And I didn't know, I knew Faustine Dane Schwerk passed away a couple of days, Saturday. She was township clerk for, it said 9 years in her obituary. I would have guessed longer than that, but her husband was township trustee or township clerk. Dale.
Gary was also his.
And Gary the son, yes, so. Yeah, Gary's son, Dale Dane, was involved in township government also. So just wanted to pass that on. I believe that's tomorrow night, wake, if anyone is interested, yeah.
Are we
So,
selling flowers? We should.
Certainly. You'll do it? Thank you, Jackie. I don't know, Lynn, do you know which?
Clancy Gurman.
Clancy Gurman.
In the Kankakee location, visitation 4 to 8. Tomorrow. And then services Wednesday at 10:30.
Do we
Okay.
have
We'll pay for it out of
Yeah.
our pocket.
Yeah, just let us
Be
know,
from the
Jackie.
officials.
Let us know if we can divvy up with you, so. That's all the items I had for information. Anyone here?
$975 to get rid of them cedar trees.
$975 at the
4
cemetery.
trees, cut down, hauled away, stumps out, everything.
Okay. What do we need to do?
I just need to call him and let him know, go ahead, if you want.
That's the trees at the cemetery that are falling down and that, so we'd asked and
Which cemetery?
Limestone. So, anyone, we can give Glenn direction to go ahead and call them and get that taken care of. If they come down, they're gonna take out some more stones. We've already had one take out a stone, so.
the wall again.
Yeah, the wall and the wires and that, so, okay. If you would do that, Glenn, please? Okay. Anyone else? Neither? Okay. I would look for a motion to adjourn, please. Jay, I don't. Second, thank you. All in favor? Aye.